All right. Hey y'all. So a little bit of I guess this is gonna be a city update. Um, so I've been working a lot of time on this guy, right? Um, and I've been thinking about some ways to be able to really kind of improve on this section and really kind of which way? This section in general, this whole like pirate section. And so let me run a idea by y'all, and I would love to get some feedback and thoughts about this. So let me flip the camera around and take a look at my idea here. Okay, so the current idea is for this to move back into there, and then this whole section be Pirate Bay, right? I have plenty of pirate ships and assorted other things to fill that out just fine, and that will look great. The problem is this whole section, right? And y'all know I've not been super thrilled with this section. Like, I like it and it's fine, but like it feels really kind of detached and almost like a separate city thing. And then I've also got a bunch of castle stuff that it's overgrown its allotted area out in the living room. And so I have two kind of thoughts that I would like to run by y'all, and I would love to get a little bit of feedback on this. So my first thought, and kind of what I'm leaning towards, because I think this makes the most sense, is for me to upend this whole section here and move this out to a separate area in the living room and make a whole new little, I don't want to say city, but a whole new little area for city. I'm thinking maybe like an L-shaped thing. That would be maybe like 3 base plates wide, so I can get my full boardwalk across the front. I can put the harbor quartermaster from the most recent BDP. I also just got the lighthouse set. I can put that out even further and kind of make that like a little bay area about 3 wide. Still leave this, and then stack a city over and across, and if it's an L, kind of behind and then across, right? So not unlike what used to be over here in the corner, right? Like a year ago was an L-shaped type thing, a narrow L-shaped type thing. So that's kind of my thought, because I don't really care for the way that this is laying out. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And then I can take this whole area and turn this into a castle area, right? So still move the Pirate Mountain kind of back, but instead of this section being connected to this, I'll just finish that all the way down, move that back. Tortuga, which comes out in the next BDP series that goes for pre-order. So I would get that in December or January, I think, maybe. I can have that on kind of the front side here, right? And then I can also do the Seaside Village thing across the front as well to work into the medieval thing. And then I have the Lion Knight's Castle. I have the BDP Castle, the Black Falcon, was it Mountain Fortress or whatever, I can put in the back. I got the new BDP Forestman thing. So all of the BDP Forestman, or I'm sorry, not Forestman, all of the BDP Castle sets, I can kind of work into some sort of display over here on this side, leave this be kind of pirates, and then this kind of as is. I'm also thinking that maybe this whole thing could go to a convention for display, maybe. But I'm thinking the Pirate Mountain might make its way to Chicago this year. I need to kind of think just a little bit more about that before I apply for space, but that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. But anyways, back to this situation. The other thing that I can do is that I can take that L-shape spot out of my living room that I'm thinking about to make that the castle thing. But I'm really thinking that this city type of thing kind of lays out better in a 3 base plate wide situation than the castle situation does. But I'm open to some other options. I mean, obviously, there's more modulars coming, and all of that, and I'm just out of room, right? I've got a couple other like alt builds that are just kind of like tucked away. I would still love to build I I have the instructions to build the space museum. So I would love to build that as well to add to kind of my museum and botanical row. And I think that would look great along like if I do something like this out there, because this is all 3 wide, right? So if I did something like this out there, you know, I would have plenty of room to put a museum row kind of up top and then some other buildings down below. And a lot of these buildings are a little bit shorter and a little bit less imposing. Let's call it imposing than this stuff here. So I think that would look better as a kind of front row, and then with museums and stuff behind. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I don't. And then option B was that put the castle stuff out into a L shape or some other sort of shape out in the living room, which I don't hate, but it doesn't solve my eventual Tortuga problem. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how to make this morph into this, because this is so like modern beach vibes, right? And this is so piratey. So that's kind of what I'm thinking through, and so that's why you haven't seen too many city updates lately. Mostly because a lot of effort and energy went into this, and life's really busy right now. But a lot of effort and energy and money, to be quite frank, went into this that I needed a little bit of a break from some other stuff. And so, but I've also been thinking about this, so I didn't want to go too much further on this until I got this area kind of thought out, because really that's kind of what's next, you know? Not really what's next, but that's kind of the next big project is this area. Because this project's pretty well on its way now. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think this should become castle, medieval, kind of pirate area extended, and move this stuff out to the living room? Let me know what you think in the comments. And just real quick while we're here, this is obviously really close to being done. I got the parts in. I think I got enough parts to finish this out. I just needed to figure out what's doing on this side. And honestly, even if I do keep this like this, I'm still going to create a insert here, so that if I do take this to a convention, that this has a finished third side. So it's just the back side that's not finished. So that's what's kind of next for this. And then I got to finish out the kind of downside. I'm getting really close. I did some fun angle things, which took me a while to figure out, but that was really kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed doing that. And then I got working the rest of Ominous Isle. I got a light Eldorado's Fortress, and then kind of work through the middle. Because I want to get some pirate ships in there. I want to get a couple more islands in there, and stuff like that. So that's what's kind of next for this area. I need to kind of finish out this project as well. I'm kind of running a little bit low on lighting supplies, so I need to make that order soon. But I was kind of waiting until I knew what else I needed to finish this, so I can make one supply order rather than a bunch of small ones, because that's not shipping responsible. Shipping cost effective. We'll go with that. So anyways, that's kind of what's next. That's a little bit of a city update, if you will. More of kind of thinking through. This probably was maybe a little more of a vlog, but it's also kind of city update. Anyways, we're going to stick this under city update. But, so yeah. So I think the next thing you'll probably see is me working some more on this, getting this kind of closer to being done. This probably won't get done for another couple weeks, so I have a little bit more free time in my personal life. Spring break's coming, and that's probably where I would kind of think about doing all this. But yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think, and thanks, y'all.